for your relationship. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, neither one of us were virgins before this relationship, uh, and I knew, I knew going into it I didn't want to, and she was the same way. That doesn't mean you always. That's easy to say up front. Doesn't always mean you carry out that plan, but we have. A lot of people will, and she gets it a lot too. Ask us why. It's crazy to think of how abnormal it is to do it that way.
Yes.
But why is just, obviously at times we have not honored God with our actions in our relationship, but this is one that we've really held on to really tight. And I'm not saying we've never crossed the boundary physically,
Right.
but yeah, we haven't had sex, and part of it is, like I said, honoring God all around. In that moment when we do, when we're married, this is probably going to sound more the feminine, sensitive thing to say, but it's gonna be, it really will be. Like, I can already.
I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
Hear what this is.
Well, it really is going to be like something like neither one of us had ever experienced before, because it never been in love like this before.
I agree. And I think God honors that, and he totally redefines that, and I think you're exactly right. Exactly right.
And we've had people tell us that, it really, it didn't ruin their relationships, but it, for whatever reason, if they had sex before, then they got married. It just, nothing, it's no different, like I said, it'll actually, I don't know what it'll feel like.
I think and just having the past, since we both do have a past in that area, we've seen how important it is to keep the purity for us. And like it says, it doesn't exempt you from being tempted and crossing boundaries.
Right.
And we definitely have. But we have that sense of strength to where we know we want to wait and save that. And I think it makes it more special. It actually feels like a marriage, or I think it will at that point. But I think that to keep pure, it helps motivate to keep their relationship at a healthy balance, I feel like. Because sometimes when you're giving that away already in a relationship, there's no real sense of when you actually do the marriage covenant, there's nothing that really, keeps that together and makes that a for sure thing.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, but I can't wait.
Right. Well, I think
She can't either.
you both. Yeah, exactly. She can't keep her hands off it. You're right.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I think it's important for people to know the temptations are there, though. It's not like you made that decision and it's just been easy. I'm sure.
Yeah, God intervened. Oh, okay. Well, you made that decision. Well,
Right.
then you guys, it'll be easy for you.
I've had lots of girls actually ask me, if they say, well, then you guys really probably aren't in love. Or you guys really have this fairy tale in your head that you think that you guys really love each other, but you haven't experienced what love is. Or how do you know you're attracted to each other? Things like that, to where in society today, it's very inevitable that you end up sleeping with your boyfriend or having sex with your boyfriend. And people even ask us, you don't stay the night together? And no, we don't. There was times in our relationship in the beginning that we did, and we realized where the temptation is. So it's not to say that we're unhuman. We still have the same temptation. We still really desire both of each other. But it's the fact that we put a boundary there. We make that an area where we're going to be strong and not be tempted.
Well, and you both made the commitment together.
Yeah.
So you're both on the same page
It wasn't
with it.
like she said it and I was like, okay, I'll roll
Right.
with this.
It has to be a two-person
Absolutely.
commitment or else it won't work.
Absolutely.
And recently, Chris and Cindy, at our last time we met up, they challenged us, and they were honest. They said, this is not from God. This is just from us. And we want you to consider it. And I think even before they said it, we were both like, well, whatever they're saying, we're on board
We're
with it,
gonna do
because, we're meeting with y'all for a reason. We're going to
Yeah.
take your advice. But they just, and it was just last weekend, 3 weeks before the actual wedding. They challenged us not to, no kissing or anything, along those lines. And it wasn't, their idea of it wasn't to prevent us from, crossing the physical boundary in any way. It was, they said they didn't have that, it wasn't a special moment for them when they kissed at their wedding. As special, I guess you could say. And they wanted to see that in us. I mean,
That's cool.
you might think 3 weeks, that's not a big deal. And
It is though.
I mean, I forget, like, and she'll remember. There's never been a time where both of us forgot, because she'll turn her head and I'm like, oh yeah, that's stupid rule. But I can see how it'll be cool. And there was part of me that's like, I kind of wish we would have started it earlier. But then there's a part of me that's like, nah, I don't
No,
think we need to
that would
start
be
that
too hard
early.
too.
But
3
it will,
weeks is hard
yeah.
enough.
But it will be cool, because I mean,
Yeah.
it'll be different.
You guys are getting married in how long from today?
So from today, we are getting married
I know the answer from
less
she knows
than
it.
2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks?
Yes.